Dragons இரண்டாவது கேம் லைகா கோவை கிங்ஸ் vs பால்சி ட்ரிச்சி. இந்த 4 டீமும் இந்த வெயில்ல, அதாவது கடைசியில் எங்களுக்கு ஒரு வெயில் கிடைச்சிருச்சுங்க. ஏன்னா தொடர்ந்து 2 நாளாக நீங்கள் பார்த்தீங்க அப்படின்னா மெல்லமாக அந்த சாரலெல்லாம் அப்படி வந்துக்கிட்டு இருந்துச்சு. ஆனால் அதெல்லாம் அந்த மலை சாரலெல்லாம் போய் இன்னைக்கு கொஞ்சம் அப்படியே ஸ்கை எல்லாம் கிளியர் ஆயிருக்கு. அப்படிங்கிறதுனால அட்டகாசமான கேம் இன்னைக்கு எல்லாருக்குமே வெயிட் ஆகிட்டு இருக்கு அப்படின்னு தான் சொல்லணும். ஏன் கூட இந்த கேம் பற்றி இன்னும் நிறையா பேசுறதுக்காக காத்துட்டு இருக்காங்க திருஷ் காமினி. வணக்கம்.
வணக்கம் சஸ்திகா, கரெக்டாக சொன்னீங்க. வெயில் மண்டைய பொழக்குது.
வெயில் மண்டைய பொழக்குதா? அந்த அளவுக்கா இருக்கு. இதுக்கு முன்னாடி பேசினப்ப இல்லையே அவ்வளோ வெயிலா இல்லையேன்னு சொன்ன மாதிரி இருந்துச்சு.
பட் இப்போ நீங்கள் சொல்லும் போது அது திங்க் இன்ஃப்ளூயன்ஸ் ஆகி எனக்கும் இப்போ வெயில் மண்டே பொழக்கிற மாதிரி தான் இருக்கு.
ஓகே, ஸோ இன்னைக்கு வந்து அதாவது இந்த 3 நாட்களாக நம்ம பார்த்தோம் அப்படின்னா கொஞ்சம் லோ ஸ்கோரிங் கேம்ஸாக தான் இருந்திருக்கு. இந்த டெம்பரேச்சர் வந்து ஏதாச்சும் ஒரு காரணமாக இருக்குமோ இன்னைக்கு வந்து ஃபார் த சேஞ்ச் ஆஃப் ஸ்கோர்ஸ் அண்ட் ஆல் தட்?
கண்டிப்பாக இருக்கும் சஸ்திகா. ஏன்னா விக்கெட்டில் என்னை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் நல்ல ஒரு குட் விக்கெட் டு பேட் மாதிரி தான் இருந்தது. பட் டியூ டு அந்த ரெயின் இருக்கிறனால சம்டைம்ஸ் வந்து அந்த ஸ்டிக்கியாக இருக்கிறது ஒரு பெரிய டிஃபிகல்ட்டியாக இருக்குது பேட்டர்ஸ்க்கு. அண்ட் ஆல்சோ பார்த்தீங்கன்னா சம்டைம்ஸ் வந்து டூ பேஸ்டாகவும் இருக்குது. ஸோ ஐ திங்க் கொஞ்சம் சேலஞ்சஸ் ஆர் அப் ஃபார் பேட்டர்ஸ்.
ஆல் ரைட், ஓகே. டாஸில் முத்து வெயிட் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காரு. 2 கேப்டன்ஸ் கூட வாங்க போகலாம்.
வணக்கம் லேடிஸ் அண்ட் ஜென்டில்மேன். ரொம்ப முக்கியமான மேட்ச். செபாக் சூப்பர் கில்லிஸ் டேக்கிங் ஆன் திண்டுக்கல் டிராகன்ஸ். டாஸ் ரெப்ரசன்டேட்டிவ்ஸ் அந்த பக்கம் இருக்காங்க. வெல்கம் சார், மிஸ்டர் PS ராஜீவ், மிஸ்டர் மாரியப்பன் ஃப்ரம் செபாக் சூப்பர் கில்லிஸ். மேட்ச் ரெஃப்ரி ஹேமந்த் குமார். திண்டுக்கல் டிராகன்ஸோட கேப்டன் ரவிச்சந்திரன் அஸ்வின் அண்ட் கேப்டன் ஆஃப் செபாக் சூப்பர் கில்லிஸ் ஜெகதீசன். ஜகி, டு தி ஆனர்ஸ் ப்ளீஸ். Tails is a call.
Heads it is.
Heads. ஜகி, டாஸ் ஜெயிச்சிருக்கீங்க, என்ன முடிவு பண்ணியிருக்கீங்க?
நாங்கள் போல் பண்ண போகிறோம்.
ஓகே, அதுதானே ஒரு மாதிரி டெம்ப்ளேட்டாக இருக்குது இந்த பிச்சில் ஃபஸ்ட்டு போலிங் பண்ணுறது.
ஆமாம், ஐ மீன் எல்லா மேட்ச்மே கொஞ்சம் சி மைண்ட் இருந்தது. பட் ஆப்வியஸ்லி இந்த மேட்ச் இன்னும் பெட்டராக இருக்கிற மாதிரி இருக்குது. பட் இருந்தாலும் டாஸ் ஜெயிச்சு போலிங் போடுறது, வீல் ட்ரை டு மேக் த பெஸ்ட் யூஸ் அவுட் ஆஃப் இட்.
அண்ட் இந்த பிச் பர்டிகுலர்லி கொஞ்சம் ட்ரையாக இருக்குது. இதுக்கு முன்னாடி நீங்கள் விளையாடின திண்டுக்கல் விக்கெட்டை விட
ஆமாம், கொஞ்சம் எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு இன்னும் ட்ரையாக இருக்குது. அண்ட் ஆப்வியஸ்லி ஐ திங்க் லாஸ்ட் மேட்ச் நாங்கள் ஆடினதோட கிராஸ் இன்னும் கம்மியாக இருக்குன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். ஸோ ப்ராப்ளி பால் ஸ்டாப்போ ஆடலாம். ஸோ சொன்ன மாதிரி போலிங் ஃபர்ஸ்ட், வீல் ட்ரை டு மேக் த மோஸ்ட் அவுட் ஆஃப் இட்.
அண்ட் திண்டுக்கல் டிராகன்ஸ் செம்ம போலிங் அட்டாக், ப்ராப்ளி த பெஸ்ட் இந்த டோர்னமெண்ட்டில். கவுண்டர் பண்ண ஏதாவது ஸ்பெஷலாக ஏதாவது யுக்தி?
ஐ மீன் அகைன் அதே தான், ஆப்பனன்ஸ் யார் ஆடுறாங்கன்னு பார்க்காம நாங்கள் என்ன பேட்டிங் பண்ணுறோமோ அது மட்டும் பார்த்து எங்களோட ப்ராசஸில் இருந்தாலே போதும். போலர்ஸ் பிரச்சனை இல்லை.
ஓகே, டீம் நியூஸ்
சேம் லெவல். ஐ மீன் சாரி, ஒரு சேஞ்ச் இருக்குது. ஒரு செகண்ட் மறந்துட்டேன்.
சரி, நாங்கள் பார்த்துக்கிறோம்.
ஆமாம், லோகேஷ்வர் உள்ள வர விஜுவருக்கு பதிலாக.
ஆல் தி பெஸ்ட். தேங்க்யூ ஜகி. அஸ்வின், நியூ ஜெர்சி செம்மையாக இருக்குது, அதுவும் நல்லா இருந்துச்சு. இது அதை விட சூப்பராக இருக்குது. என்ன ரீசன்?
ஒன்றும் இல்லை, உலகத்தில் அதாவது நம்ம இந்தியாவில் ஜென்ரலாக பார்த்தோம்னா கண்ட்ரி ஆஃப் ரிவர்ஸ் அப்படின்வாங்க. ஸோ வாட்டர் பாடிஸை பராமரிக்கிறது ரொம்ப முக்கியமான ஒரு விஷயம். அண்ட் நம்மலாம் அப்படியே போகிற போக்கில் லைட்டாக அப்படியே பாட்டில் போடுறது, அப்படியே குப்பை போடுறதுன்னு போட்டு போயிடுவோம். வாட்டர் பாடிஸை பராமரிக்கணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு இந்த ஒரு இனிஷியேட்டிவ் எடுத்திருக்கோம். ஸோ தட்ஸ் இட்.
ரோல் மாடல் ஃபார் அ ரீசன். சரி அஸ்வின், கமிங் பேக் டு கிரிக்கெட். இந்த பிச்சில் இது வரைக்கும் வந்து ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பேட்டிங் பண்ணுற டீம்ஸ் அவ்வளவு சிறப்பாக பண்ணதில்லை. இன்னைக்கு நீங்கள் என்ன மாதிரி யுக்திகளோட வரப்போறீங்க?
மற்றவங்களால முடியலைங்கிறது தானே நம்ம பண்ண ட்ரை பண்ணோம். இது வரைக்கும் முடியலைங்கிறத நம்ம பண்ணி ட்ரை பண்ணோம். ஆப்வியஸ்லி எஸ், இட்ஸ் கோயிங் டு பி சேலஞ்சிங். Chepauk ஒரு நல்ல சைடு, 4-time champion. ஸோ யா, வி லுக்கிங் ஃபார்வர்ட் டு பிளேயிங் அகேன்ஸ்ட் தெம். பார்ப்போம் என்ன நடக்குது.
அண்ட் இந்த பர்டிகுலர் விக்கெட் அஸ்வின், இதில் வந்து ஸ்பின்னர்ஸ் நீங்கள் வருண் அண்ட் மதிவாணன் ஒரு யங்ஸ்டர் இருக்காரு, அவங்களுக்கு எந்த அளவுக்கு ஹெல்ப் இருக்குன்னு நினைக்கிறீங்க?
டெஃபினட்டாக கொஞ்சம் இருக்கும். இட்ஸ் மோர் தென் ஹெல்ப் இந்த பிச். ஐ திங்க் குவாலிட்டி ஆஃப் bowlingலையும் கொஞ்சம் டிஃபரன்ஸ் இருக்கிறதுங்கிறது வந்து ஒரு அட்வான்டேஜ் தான். பார்ப்போம், அவங்ககிட்ட நல்ல பேட்ஸ்மேன் இருக்காங்க. அப்பர் நல்லா விளையாடுவார். ஜக்கி, அப்பர் இஸ் பீன் குட் ஃபார்ம். ஜக்கி இருக்கான். ஆப்வியஸ்லி சஞ்சய் யாதவ், பிளேயர் ஆஃப் த டோர்னமெண்ட் லாஸ்ட் இயர். ஸோ எப்படி இருக்குன்னு பார்க்கணும். ஹோப்ஃபுல்லி வி கேன் பேட் வெல் அண்ட் புட் சம் ரன்ஸ்.
எவ்வளோ ரன்ஸ் நீங்கள் எதிர்பார்க்குறீங்க? ஒரு பார் ஸ்கோர் எவ்வளோ சொல்லலாம்?
ஒன்றுமே இல்லைங்க, ஜாலியாக போய் பசங்க என்ஜாய் பண்ணோம், அவ்வளோதான். ஒன்றும் நோ பார் ஸ்கோர், நாலேஜ் லெஸ் தம் என்ஜாய் செல்ஸ்.
அண்ட் சேஞ்சஸ்?
ஒரு சேஞ்ச், விமல் குமார் ஹாப்ஸ் அவுட், ராகுல் வந்திருக்கார் டீமுக்கு.
ஓகே, ஆல் தி பெஸ்ட்.
தேங்க்யூ.
செபாக் சூப்பர் கில்லிஸ் இன்னைக்கு டாஸை ஜெயிச்சிருக்காங்க. அவங்க போலிங் தேர்வு செஞ்சிருக்காங்க.
Sonata countdown for the match to begin. Bowler is going to be proactive, Harish Kumar. Wait for the umpire's signal, might be off the pad. He reckons some part of the bat. Get off the mark. Time to say good afternoon to W.V. Raman.
Good afternoon, Siramakrishnan. There you go. Starts off with a no ball as Harish Kumar. Just a touch. And he strayed onto the pads as well. And good afternoon to everybody, wherever you are. The Gillies have done something different. Normally in an afternoon game, sides that win the toss tend to bat first. But that's because primarily they have had a good power play when they bowled. 5.89 is what they've conceded. On the other hand, the Dragons have done well batting. They got 8.75. So it's going to be interesting power play, the way I see it.
Much better line. No footwork at all, but just gets a single to get off the mark. The important thing in the power play, the first 6 overs, is not to concede too many boundaries. High of 30 will go down. Lots of wind, 30 kilometers per hour. So you've got to choose the right end where you're going to bowl from. I think he might have swished at the ball after the ball passed him. Another good line and seam position from Harish Kumar. Important to have a high arm action to get that kind of bounce. Height might be a factor. Sadashiv Iyer, one of the umpires.
Bowling from close to the stumps, that's the reason he's able to bowl that stump to stump line. Deny opportunities to the batter. And he's been really good right through this tournament so far. Look at the seam position. Absolutely straight like an arrow. That's the reason he got that extra bit of bounce, even though the grass has been taken off a little bit on the surface. But when you can bowl with eye arm action and complete the follow through, you will generate that little bit of extra bounce on any surface.
In the gap will be the first Shriram 4, coming in good style.
Generate the bounce by all means, bowl quick, but don't provide the width. And that's exactly what happened there on that occasion. Rahul had that width to let his arms go freely. And even though it was in the air, it was in the gap. Shriram 4 for Rahul.
Expected the change in length. That's extremely good, and it's the first. Boom, boom, boomer, 6.
I don't know who was more rhythmic. Was it Rahul or Lakshman Sivaramakrishnan? But in the end, the batter got the 6 runs. And that was because of a clean strike. Look at the distance, 70 meters. And these boys don't just clear the boundary these days. They hit long balls.
Another short delivery. And in complete control, getting on top of the bounce. Very, very expensive first over, especially the last 3 deliveries at 17 for no loss after 1.
Tentative push from Shivam. Talking about Rahul, it's interesting the way he stands at the crease. Wide stance always gives you that stability. That is what enables you to play shots like this. But there'll be very little of mobility, which means the footwork will be limited. But you will have the felicity to play explosive shots when you have a wide stance because you're very stable. And you don't have to move much either because the feet are already wide apart. It's just a shift of balance.
I mean, normally when you talk about bowlers, the delivery stride, you often say the width of the shoulder slightly more. When somebody's got a short ball put away, then he makes the adjustment in length and put away. And he steps out expecting the change in length. And then he changes his line as well with the short delivery. So the changes in line and lengths were predictable. And as a batsman, if you're intelligent enough, you can pounce on those. That's what Rahul did. So when you have such a wide stance, how good is the balance?
Yeah, the balance will be really good. I first saw this stance employed by Krishnamachari Srikanth very successfully. When he started his international career, his feet are very close together. He could move quite a bit, but the problem was that he didn't have balance when he played his shots. But then, being the astute thinker that he is, he decided that he needed to stand wide in his stance, and then he felt that that gave him a better stability and balance as well. After that, he started doing really well against the best of bowlers.
While Swish, just getting back to Srikanth, his front leg would be on the crease and his back leg would be deep in the crease. So what it meant was, every time there's a short delivery, when he opened the innings with the hard new ball, all he had to do was pull back his front legs. And automatically he was in a good position whether to play the short ball or hook the short ball, which he did more often, or once in a while leave it.
Srikanth and swaying or leaving not happening. I have never seen that happen. And the widest of stances I have seen was from Kevin Peterson. And in recent times, that's become more or less a norm because the batters are looking to hit a long ball. They're looking to have that stability so that they can really generate a lot of power play explosive shots. And this become more or less a norm. But again, that is what lands them into trouble as well when they play on seaming conditions or on turning pitches, because the mobility is stifled when you have a wide stance.
Nice. He's got a lot of time because of the particular position that he's standing in. Right on top of the bounce, finds a sweet spot of the bat. Shriram 4.
Whenever I see a back foot punch played, I always get delighted because it's not the easiest of shots to play, but to play with such authority is an indication of how good this pitch is and the kind of mindset the batter is in.
He's gone after it again. High and handsome for another boom boom. Boomer, 6. 28 for no loss after 2. No way, no way. Don't waste your energy. I think they were forced to make this bowling change. Normally Rahul Shah bowls between overs number 7 and 15, which is the crucial phase of the play. I think he's got a knock on the face with the intended reverse sweep. Glove and the neck. Adams apple.
Interesting choice that, because the fielders on the leg side are within the circle. One at 45, one behind square. A conventional sweep would have fetched him a boundary.
He gets beside the line of the ball when he's stepping out. That's why he's able to free his arms. And he's finding the middle of the bat. And he's got to make it count. Certain days when the ball finds the middle of the bat, now you say you concentrate harder. This is your day. He's striking it superbly. Rahul. Oh, gorgeous. We are in Natham. Now he decides he'll play the conventional one and very successful with a Shriram 4.
I promise you, LS, I'm not wired onto him. He's made the right choice on this occasion, playing the conventional sweep and playing it powerfully too. That's because the ball was drifting onto the leg side and all he had to do was give it proper direction.
Knocked him over, changed in line, premeditating the shot. Much needed wicket, that's why they brought in the experience of Rahil Shah. Comes in after a splendid innings of 70 plus, Indrajit. And well controlled innings at that.
He's a good player of spinners, is Indrajit. Uses his feet well, wristy too.
Yeah, the construction of innings in the last game that he batted was awesome. Taking his time in the early part of the innings and more than made up for it towards the end of the innings. That's the way to go on pitches where the current cricketers term it tacky. Oh, hesitation in playing that one. Well bowled, 35 for 1. I thought he was going for the left arm spinner, Salambarasan, and decides against it. Shot fine leg. Dolly. Sharon Ply, power catch of the match. Vaishnav Kumar has a bit of a role to play here. Needs a bit of stability already in the 4th over. Explosive start. A couple of wickets lost all of a sudden. That's a much better line with the kind of field that he's got on the offside. 2 fielders square of the wicket on the offside. Previous delivery straying on the pad, but this one was much better.
Jagdeesan will be happy about the fact that he continued with the medium pacer. He's picked up a wicket and now he's established a little bit of psychological supremacy here. Beating the left-hander all ends up. And so far, no runs conceded. He's picked up a wicket too. Terrific over so far.
We'll wait for the umpire's signal this time. I said the first ball of the match. Confirmation, a leg by. We had 1 over in this year's TNPL where it was a double wicket maiden.
It'll be interesting to see the kind of impact the fall of a couple of wickets is going to have on Shriram. Is he going to be over defensive or is he going to continue in the same vein that he's been batting so far? He's got to get a right amount of balance here between aggression and circumspection.
Balance in the mind, he got a splendid 46 against Richie. Slow delivery, will get the single, he'll keep strike, 4 overs bowled, 37 for 2.
Start by the 2 openers of the Dindigul Dragons. They've fought back the Super Gillies. And they could have their third, possibly. A bit of turn for Rahil Shah. Lakshmi Ceramics' decision will be under review.
TV umpire to director, we have an umpire review for stumping. Shall we start with front on spin vision, please? It's a fair delivery. Okay, ball seems to be missing the bat. Shall we confirm this with Ultra Edge, please? A clear gap between bat and ball when the ball passes the bat. Satisfied. No bat involved. Shall we move to the stumping, please? Start with the best side-on angle for the stumping. Okay. Satisfied. Foot is well grounded when the bails are dislodged. I am ready with my decision for the big screen.
Lakshmi Ceramics decision pending. One of the easier ones for the third umpire. It's not out, but the turn will be encouraging for the Super Gillies, but also for the Dragons. They've got a couple of really good spinners in their ranks. The commentary box, it's me, Abhinav Mukundan, alongside me is Shabani Bhaskar. Hello, Shabani. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Abhi. Good afternoon, viewers.
No run!
What a difference it's made with Rahul Shah looking for a 2 here. They get it quite easily. Rahul Shah came in, there was a 6, then picked up a wicket of Rahul. After that, just 3 runs off his bowling so far.
No run!
Usually when you're standing in positions like long off, you tend to anticipate run earlier than before, but you can't wait for the ball to go to the fielder. Unnecessarily, I felt Sanjay Yadav gave away the extra run. Swept and swept beautifully. That's the maximum of the bat of Shriram Singh. Another boom, boom, boomer, super sixer.
Picked the right length for this shot, clearing his front leg a bit. Made very good contact. 63 meters 6. Nice and flat.
Punch to long off. And will keep strike, Shriram Singh. At the end of 5, it's 46 for 2. Edged, I think he's gone. Fast bowler for Lokesh Raj picks up Shriram Singh. That's a huge breakthrough. And the Dragons have lost their third. Some extra bounce straight away. Playing on the rise. R. Ashwin. What a start from Lokesh Raj.
Brilliant line. Just a tad bit of movement away from the right-hander. A little extra bounce as well.
Suddenly there's some chat in the middle. Juggy going up to the stumps. You can expect this in this contest. Some high-profile names. And I think most of them are fired up. Fuller this time. There you can hear Jagadisan right in Ashwin's ear.
You can see all the fielders coming in, almost as if it's like a beating heart. They're coming in after every ball in the batter's face. A lot more lively now in the field as well in terms of chatter and movement. But this game, I expect it to go back and forth between the two teams. Lokesh Raj again.
The final over of the power play is when batters tend to maximize usually, but this time Lokesh Raj has come up with different plans. Wicket and 3 dots. This is a great finish. It started the Dragons' way. Now it's 50-50, I would reckon. It was 46 for 3. The Super Gillies have fought back.
Yeah, the Dragons, they have some runs on the board in the power play, but they've also lost 3 wickets. Very good bowling from the Chepauk Super Gillies. So evenly poised.
Quick run and Ashwin's off the mark. That's what I'm talking about, Shibani. The first over was expensive, about 17 runs, and then another expensive over. Once the wickets fell, quietened down a little bit.
Also the change in bowlers, we had Rahul Shah coming in, picked up that wicket and bowled another tight over as well. And now Lokesh Raj comes in, picks up a wicket off his first delivery, and then 3 dots to follow that. 1 ball. Last ball of the power play. Ends the power play with a dot, 47 for 3.
No run.
Tight lines. The Super Gillies bowling tight lines. Once that first wicket fell, they've been on the money.
Got him! That's the 4th wicket. Silambarasan picks up R. Ashwin. And the Super Gillies are well on top.
Ah!
Aditya Ganesh off the mark with that single, but that ball from Silambarasan, he's slightly shorter than a Rahul Shah. The ball's not going to bounce as much. It is quite full as well. As you mentioned, coming forward may have been better.
Didn't turn, possibly expecting it to turn and trying to guide it for a single in between point and covers. If he wanted a single, he could have gone long off, even maybe long on. The feet were nowhere. Unfortunately, Ashwin is gone, and now the Dragons under all sorts of pressure.
Ball, ball, ball.
Aparajit next over, 2 lefties.
Can do, but Silambarasan here bowling well. And also, although Chepauk Super Gillies have 3 left arm spinners, all of them bowl different styles.
No run, Dad, no run. Yes, yes.
A quality set again from Silambarasan. Wicket and 1. The last over was good as well from Lokesh Raj. Silambarasan follows it up well.
Yes, Silambarasan shorter in stature, not as much overspin, and because of that, less bounce. Another one almost playing on. 7 overs up, 48 for 4.
Present everywhere. Our medical partners providing integral support throughout the course of the tournament. We've seen a few injuries already. It's always nice to know the ambulance is right there waiting and ready to get into the action.
Uncanny Abhi, Lokesh Raj, after his first over, was 1 for 1. Silambarasan as well bowled 1 over. Also 1 for 1, his figures. Not often do you see that in a T20.
Bit of a misfield, and Aditya Ganesh will scamper through for that single. It's 1.2, 1 for 2 are his figures now.
In the last 30 balls, we've only seen 15 runs, but it's the wickets. We've seen 4 of them. Chepauk Super Gillies have really been on their game. Once that first wicket fell of Rahul, breaking that quick fire partnership.
That's pulled away nicely in front of square. Should be 2. And that brings up the 50 for Dindigul Dragons. The last 15 runs have been quite laborious for them, but they've got there finally.
Three fours, 4 sixes. Most of them coming in the first 3 overs. After that, plenty of dot balls 4 wicket balls, couple singles. Nice line here again from Lokesh Raj. Has been very good from the first ball that he bowled today. In this kind of a situation, Abhi, what should the batters try to do? They're 4 wickets down. They had a good start, but now they're 4 down. Plenty of time left in this innings. How should they approach this?
Yeah, even if they get the odd boundary here and there, the intent needs to be there from the two batters. Don't think there are too many demons on this pitch. This game changes very quickly, the shortest format. A couple of blistering drives like that could just change it. He hit the fielder and they get the overthrow comfortably. Do they get one more? No.
A strong drive there. A good stop. But an overthrow as well. But now you see the batters looking for those runs. Got that overthrow. Looking for the second overthrow as well. But a lot happening out there in the middle.
That's what I like about Jagadisan's captaincy. He's kept the slip in play. Five runs of that over. It's 53 for 4.
34-35, 46-47. So losing wickets in quick time. Dindigul Dragons going at a terrific rate in excess of 11 at one stage in the power play, and then the fall of wickets. Let's pull them back. Good bowling by the Gillies. Now on top of the game, they can control the game from here. An explosive start. It takes a big heart from the bowling unit to get back into the game. And then exactly that. Good afternoon to Shriram.
Hello, LS. Yep. I was quite excited after the first 2 overs. I thought we were in for a big score, and then it's become familiar story as the last few days the wickets fell. Jagdishan in fact responded well. He got Rahil Shah in the 3rd over, and Rahil Shah struck straight away. He went for a 6 and then he struck off his 3rd ball. And from then on things have changed. Lokesh Raj bowled well. Rohit Ramalingam bowled well. Their banker Indrajit, usually very good in circumstances like this, played a, what I would call a probably uncharacteristic lap shot, got himself out. Ashwin walked in, was bowled by Silambarasan. Seen a spot of bother, definitely, Dindigul.
So when in doubt, go for the sweep. Tried his 100%. The signal buys for Sadashivaya, the umpire.
Lapse by Jagadish. Probably got up a fraction early. Need to have stayed down. This fielder ought to have got down a fraction quicker, probably. Four runs nevertheless. Doesn't matter how they come. Dindigul will take every piece of it.
Need to build up a partnership. We often talk about the value. Over number 7-15. That's when you actually win games. They've lost wickets in that period. 7-15 in just the 2 overs. 61 for 4 after 9.
Is that yours, that one?
No. Citron C3. French design, made in India, the Citroen. But talking about the bikes, you need to keep one. Always have a bike. Save on gas, save on petrol. And with all these one-ways around, also wear a helmet when you wear a bike.
Even if you're L. Sivaramakrishnan.
Doesn't matter who you are, you have to save your head. Always wear a helmet, two-wheelers on.
And your identity.
They will not mind the ones and twos. Just a part and parcel of the game if they can restrict the boundaries. Just the 3 4s and 4 6s that was in the early part of the power play, but nothing thereafter.
Rahul Tanwar was impressive. He came out with intent, took the Gillies by surprise in the first couple of overs, and then Jagdishan responded and responded well. Good time for Baba Aparajit to roll his arm.
Catches the goal, and it is a Sharon Bly power catch of the match. Sanjay Yadav is the man.
Yes, Bill.
Long off, will have to come around. Again, was the dive or the slide necessary? Could have made it simpler. Well, that's been the kind of fielding display that we're seeing these days. Couple of runs.
Lot expected of Sharad Kumar. What's he got in store for us? Looks like someone who can play some shots.
Much better. It looks good when he plays in the V. 66 for 5 at the halfway mark. He's got a slip in position, so he's telling the bowler, I expect you to take wickets. And that way I like Shah Rukh Khan as well, the way in which he's handled the spinners. Good captains handle their spinners much better than most of the captains that we're seeing even in our domestic circuit. At the Ranji, at the Duleep, the longer formats. Should ask him to flight the ball a little bit more in these situations. Is the batsman going to go for the big shot? When he flight the ball, he might be in two minds.
Understandable, because it's the scoreboard, 68 for 5. What do you expect to do in the situation? And then when you flight a ball, you think you've got it. And that's where the indecision comes into play. But Aditya Ganesh is a good man to have in this situation. He's got a calm, cool head. He's composed. He's got a good game.
Ball!
This is a situation where the bowler's got to make a move, Sri. Do I bowl a tight spell and get away? Even if I concede 4 or 5 runs more than what I normally would concede, do I look for wickets? I think you should answer, because you're right on top in the Dream 11.
Yeah, I'm right.
Commentator, leaderboard.
I'm right on top today. No surprise.
So how come you climbed on top? And W.V. Raman too. I'm in the top 4, so I think I'm qualified at this stage.
Ball!
But I think the one man who's working really hard is Muthu. I'm hoping Muthu will eventually get there. He's a fighter. Gets away with the full toss. 71 for 5.
Ball!
Rocky expected him to have a spell, a bit of a mystery bowler. His father Bhaskar was known as Bosky now. Has his own shows. Was a fine leg spinner in his days. Effective in the end. He's taken a lot of chances, Sharad Kumar, but effective in the end. Shriram 4.
That's innovative. He said, I've had enough. Got to do something different here. The ball has tried to follow him, but he's hit it almost from outside the pitch on the offside to over fine leg. That is some shot. Ashwin just plucking these players out of thin air.
There was a time when Rohan Kanai used to play it. I don't know if people, the current generation, would ever heard of Rohan Kanai.
Ellis, I was going to ask you this. Have you seen the falling sweep of Rohan Kanai? What did that look like? I haven't seen it. Just heard about it.
I'm just a few years older than you. I'm not ancient. Same as you, I've heard about it, I've not seen it. I've just seen pictures of it. Are you trying to give the impression that I'm ancient?
I'm not saying you're ancient, but you're far more experienced.
Because you've been deceptive as a bowler when you started. A really good bowler. The ball will dip on the batter and you'll fox him. So this one was like, it was dipping on me.
Used your feet well to it. You got there.
And luckily I used my feet and didn't leave the ball. I've just seen pictures of Rohan Kanai. I mean, he was in the Gary Sober's generation. Why did he put out his hand? Rocky! You've got to be Rocky Balboa. Reacted or didn't react at all. Protection in the deep, 8 runs of the over. 79 for 5.
Just a single. Aditya Ganesh holds the key for the Dragons to get to that 140, 150 mark.
Putting on plenty of pressure with their spinners, Super Gillies. Rahul Shah started the ball rolling with the wickets.
Got an exclusive interview lined up for you. Swastika standing by with the head coach of the Chepauk Super Gillies, Mr. Hemang Badani.
Thank you, gentlemen. Yes, I am with the man with the plan, Mr. Hemang Badani, the head coach of the Chepauk Super Gillies. After a loss from the Laika Kowai Kings, what was the plan in action?
Plan is to win. It's as simple as that.
Okay.
We've got off to a good start. 81 for 5 as we speak, and if we can pick another wicket now, I think we'll be pretty pleased with that.
Yes, and the captaincy of Jagdishan, what do you want to tell us about that?
No, he's been somebody who's been around for a while. He's been somebody who's played a lot of cricket, also plays IPL cricket, and I think he knows what he's doing. They got off to a decent start to start with. They had about 30 on the board in the first 2 overs, but we've pulled it back pretty nicely, and I think it's a lot to do with the way he's captain and the way he's made those moves.
All right, Lokesh has bowled exceptionally well today. Was there anything that you told specifically to your boys today?
No, there's quite a bit of juice on the surface. We've seen at Dindigul, there's quite a bit of purchase for the fast bowlers. And as you would have seen, as long as you keep the ball in the right areas, there's enough happening. And I think Lokesh has done just about that, keeping it in the right areas, picking up a wicket, and has bowled economically.
And finally, how much have you enjoyed being the coach of the team?
It's been a pretty long journey. I think I'm in year 7 now.
Yeah.
And coaching is something that's dear to me, and this side is extremely dear to me. And we've had success, but more than that, it's just the very fact that coaching is something that I like doing and I enjoy.
Thank you very much. Good luck.
Thank you.
And right on cue, boundary. Boundary, boundary, boundary. That's what Hemang Badani likes to say as a commentator. But he wouldn't like to see this because it's come against his team. A beautiful shot from Aditya Ganesh. single to end the over. It's 88 for 5. And just flicks it away nicely. Long run up or not, the ball travels nicely off Aditya Ganesh's bat. Another Shriram 4 for Aditya Ganesh.
A good start to this over for the Dragons. Gets inside the line of the ball. Just helps it along, tickles it to the fine leg boundary. Smart batting here from Aditya Ganesh. There it is, the projected scores if they continue in their current trajectory. 140 on the cards.
Nicely played away again. Good effort from Rocky this time around, but a couple of runs. Good start to the over from Aditya Ganesh. He's been quite busy. The new Citroen C3, the World Urban Car of the Year. Born French, made in India, 100 years plus legacy. Visit citroen.in to know more.
Hashtag express your style. Six runs off the over so far, just 2 balls gone. Good start for the Dragons. Cuts that nicely, and it's a Shriram 4.
Exactly the over that the Dragons needed. Short, wide, and cut away beautifully. That's his area of strength, Aditya Ganesh. He's moved on to 26 of 18 with that boundary. These are crucial runs for the Dindigul Dragons.
Looking for that single, it's not there. Lokesh Raj gets to it quickly. But a bit different from his first spell. Lokesh Raj was right on target from ball 1. Whereas in this spell, Aditya Ganesh has really taken a liking to the lines and lengths Lokesh Raj has bowled. 2 boundaries already, 2 balls to go.
Was convinced there was a single. His partner didn't respond. 7 4s, 4 6s in this innings so far. Full drives well, but hits it straight to the fielder. A direct hit would have been close. It doesn't hit the stumps. Sanjay Yadav.
It was a bit off balance, Sanjay Yadav, when he threw this in. It was well struck. Had to make a bit of ground. And it was to his right side. Yes, a direct hit. And he would have been gone. But he was off balance. His body weight wasn't towards the target. It was going away from the target. All of that adds to the difficulty of the throw. And affects the accuracy of it as well.
Dot ball to finish the over. At the end of 14, it's 99 for 5. Down the leg side, that's wide.
It's good to have options, but sometimes there's also the problem of plenty. Who do you bowl when? But Jagadisan has done well. Rotate his bowlers.
1.
Even something like 3 left arm spinners. Which one to bowl when?
The wide of the first ball brought up the 100 for the Dindigul Dragons. 6 more overs. Fancy themselves if they get past 150.
No run.
Very much possible with Aditya Ganesh and Sarath Kumar in the middle. This partnership is worth 38 of 29. Projected scores 141 at the current stage, but they'll want more. They keep wickets in hand. It's highly possible. He does that again. Moves early and literally hits it. The falling sweep shot.
How about the sleeping sweep? Gets into great position. The important thing there is he's watching the ball like a hawk. He doesn't take his eyes off it. Even though his body is moving, his head is steady. Not still, but steady. He's able to make good contact. Follows it up with the single. This is good stuff here from Sarath Kumar and Aditya Ganesh. They still have Bhati to come, Sarvanu Kumar, so some hitters to come as well.
43-run partnership between these two, and could well be a couple more to that. Harish Kumar, even though he has a good arm, will be an easy couple of runs for Aditya Ganesh. He's moved on to 30 of 22. And for now, he's number 2 on that fan craze flash superstar leaderboard. M. Silambarasan on top.
All on 44 other than Silambarasan, who's on 56.
Swept away beautifully. Second boundary of that over. 13 coming off that. 112 for 5 after 15. An edge possibly. Have to wait for the umpire's signal. Runs given.
These two batting really well together. Good understanding between the wickets as well. Oh, very close there. So opens the face of the bat.
Hits it high in the air and has the legs. It's a boom, boom, boomer. Super sixer from Aditya Ganesh.
You know how well a batter has hit the ball when the fielder doesn't move an inch and just watches the ball sail over his head. Neither the deep mid-wicket fielder nor the long on fielder even moved. They just looked up, watching that ball sail over. Great use of the feet here from Aditya Ganesh.
He's been very smart about the way he's gone about his batting, Shabani. What's impressed me is he's able to pick the gaps along the ground, and he realizes where the opportunity lies when he wants to go on the attack. Very busy player, hasn't played anything out of the ordinary, but look at his strike rate. He's batting at 164.
No run.
Should be a single comfortably. It's been a feature of this partnership.
The partnership powered by Sonata, but two different styles. Sarath Kumar right-handed, Aditya Ganesh left-handed, but other than that, Aditya Ganesh has played proper cricketing shots and gotten his runs. And Sarath Kumar has played a lot of innovative shots. So it's difficult for a bowler to adapt to two batters who are vastly different.
Yeah, even the last one was on. He was trying to go over cover. This time, takes the single and keeps strike. 10 runs coming off that. It's 1-2-2 for 5.
Good afternoon, Ellis. A big shot from the bowler and the keeper. But Jagdeesan has this propensity of being vociferous in his appeals each and every time. In fact, it's the other way around. He's asking the bowler if he felt there was a nick onto the keeper.
Lakshmi Ceramics, third umpire, will come into play.
Stop it. TV umpire to director, we have a player review for LBW. On-field decision is not out. It's a fair delivery. Shall we start with front-on spin vision, please? Okay, ball seems to be passing very close to the bat. Shall we confirm this with Ultra Edge, please? Just building it. Copied. Waiting for Ultra Edge. Okay, flat line when the ball passes the bat. Satisfied. No bat involved. Ball tracking when ready, please. Pitching in line, impact in line, wickets missing, original decision not out. Sadie, you can stay with your original decision of not out. Original decision is a wide,
no? Lakshmi Ceramics, third umpire, clearly indicating, the Hawkeye indicating the missed leg stump. To end of the bat, might just save him in the end. And also get a couple of runs.
Needs to be out. Harish Kumar looking for a Yorker but doesn't get it right. Provides a scoring opportunity to the batter. Harish Kumar trying to bowl a Yorker, does not get it right. Provides a scoring opportunity to the batter. This partnership has been really good. They had to consolidate the innings and also provide a little bit of acceleration, which they have done with fantastic aplomb.
He's going up again. And up goes the finger. Batsman decide to walk. Aditya Ganesh had a big flash at that one. A small little edge. Goes straight away. Might be his lucky day today. Gets off the mark with a Shriram 4. Subodh Bhatti.
Harish Kumar forcing the batters to go across the line with that angle of his. That's exactly what the batter tried there. Tried to go over mid-wicket. Gets a thickish edge. But that's enough for him to get a boundary because there's a short third in place. And he's been sent back after that boundary. The square point on the fence has been brought up into the ring. Interesting that Harish Kumar always prefers to bowl from round the wicket.
Right in the slot. And dear oh dear, right from the middle of the bat as well. It's a boom, boom, boomer. Super 6, Subodh Bhatti, what a beauty.
It will take some talent to play that shot. Dragging it from outside the off stump. And he sent it soaring way beyond the crowds at mid-wicket. Confidence, power, talent, everything was in play there. The longest six of the tournament so far, 90 meters. Not surprising at all. The time he made contact with the ball, there was only one question that needed answering. How far was it going?
Got the third man in again. He's going to have a deep mid-wicket. But the point is, why would you want to bowl round the stumps and get the leg before out of the way? Get over the stumps, the new batter. Try and attack the stumps. Try and get the leg before and the ball into play. Now, having given a Shriram 4 and a boom, boom, boom at 6, the bowler is confused. Deep point, and it's a deep square third man. Against the persistence in the angle of going round.
The idea is that he'll bowl from round the wicket, bowl outside the off stump and try and restrict the batters. Stroke making and big scores. But still, the question is always about how well the batters approach and how well they execute their plans.
What would you name this? What would you name this particular shot?
Falling scoop.
Makes very good contact, favors the leg side, get wonderful results. Once again, Sharad Kumar gets another Shriram 4.
Sharad Kumar really turning it on here. I did remark in my first stint that the Dragons will have a chance to find out for themselves as to how they can plan their end in the innings, but they haven't had the opportunity on earlier occasions. Here they have won and they're really finding it out for themselves. Sharad Kumar is doing a good job.
Well, you want to name that particular shot we showed you a few moments ago. Just because it came good. And has gone back to the stump and he's bowled. He was merely watching the ball onto the stumps, a thick inside edge. He was ball watching, trickled onto the stumps and knocked off the bail. So, was he expecting the keeper to pick up the ball? Another 4, thick part of the inside edge. Doesn't matter where the ball hits the bat, all you need is a 4.
We are definitely going to get a game on here this afternoon. Dindigul Dragons recovering well and now really getting some quick runs here. Second boundary in this over. Madhivanan, the very first ball, gets a boundary.
Big appeal from the bowler and up goes the finger. Heard a huge sound of the bat. There's a lot of things that's happening out here. There were 2 noises. The batsman was given out leg before. The non-strikers crossed over. And both of them at the same end. They're going upstairs. Lakshmi Ceramics, third umpire.
TV umpire to director, we have a player review for LBW. Given out on the field. It's a fair delivery. Shall we start with front on spin vision, please? Please rock and roll. Ball seems to be passing close to the bat. Shall we confirm this with ultra edge, please?
Just building it.
Copied. Waiting for ultra edge.
Sound out. Still building it.
Copied. Still waiting for ultra edge.
Here it comes, roll off to tech.
Can you roll it full? Can you play this frame by frame for me, please? Bat is behind the pad. Forward. Forward. Satisfied, no bat involved. Get me ball tracking when ready, please.
Here it comes.
Pitching in line, impact in line, wickets hitting. Rafi, you can stay with your original decision of out. I'll let you know when you are on screen. Signal out.
The seam changing directions. Once it goes closer to the outside edge, you see a spike, and then the seam changing directions in a slower motion. Nicely played. It's the powerful striker of the cricket ball is Subodh Bhatti. Gets another boundary.
That's hit really well, and the key to that shot was the placement. He was aware of the fact that the square leg was standing straight, and he played it a bit fine to pick up a boundary.
When you play a conventional sweep and get 4, why try the other one?
Just to let the bowler know that he can do both.
You try and show you the leg before. Again, I was convinced that there was some bat onto that, and there was the ball, the seam of the ball changed directions. Had they not made any contact with the bat, how will the seam on the left? You take the look at the ball on the left. There was an inside edge, and then the seam changes position. It's only possible if there's some contact with the bat. And I think the umpire, I'm afraid, he got it wrong.
He was convinced that he had conclusive evidence, but that there was no contact with the bat as it passed on to hit the stump.
I think if you looked at the picture on the right, it looks as though the bat was behind the pad. Because it's a side-on angle, you don't know exactly where it is. From a front-on angle, that's why the straight umpires give leg befores, and this one is stonked out of the ground. The biggest 6 was 90 meters. How far is this one? Subodh Bhati.
He does hit a long ball, once again going down on one.
Fires it in, called wide, have to re-bowl that. He'll keep strike, that's the best part. 14 runs of the over, 158 for 9 with 1 to go. Very well bowled. And rightly so, it denies the single. He wants to keep strike.
999 on the back of his shirt. Emergency number in some part of the world.
Well, if he gets going like this, there'll be emergency for some of the bowlers. There you go, first one of this over. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 booma.
This is exactly the reason why he refused a single of the first ball of the over. He is looking for big hits. And here he is clearing his left leg and sending the ball way over mid-wicket. What is the distance he's covered here? As he crossed at 90, yes! By a long distance, 102 meters. Fabulous.
The flow of the bat is worth watching if he doesn't hit another 6 in this ball. Umpire thinking and directed, no. Takes the single this time, probably doesn't want to be given out leg before. Wants to get out of position as quickly as he can, so he gets a single. Might have hit the toe end of the bat. That 6 that he hit, Ram, the bat flow went from down to up with a straight bat. Take a look at the last delivery. The 6 that we saw again, the flow of the bat, it's from down to up. A misfield. Sloppy, sloppy, sloppy. It's pressure that we're talking about.
It's coming apart on the field for the Super Gillies. At the most, it should have been a single, but there it is. A sloppy effort at deep square leg gives a boundary. That of the last over.
His shirt also had 999. Fiercely struck. Just be the single. Bhatti will be on strike for the final delivery.
This innings is a clear indication for those watching this game that if there are a couple of batters who can adapt to the situation and do what is expected of them, they can always bail the side out, even in a T20 format. 63 for 5 and 170 for 8. That's exactly what I'm referring to.
It's certainly been a 160-170 pitch all along. Been surprised in Coimbatore and here. Some sides getting all out for 120. They're trying to overachieve in the first 6 overs and losing too many wickets. He's knocked him over. And celebration time, but Subodh Bhatti has got 31 of 13 deliveries at a strike rate of 238. The man responsible for his side getting to 170 for 9. The umpires checking for something. The bowler was celebrating. The straight umpires asked him not to celebrate and wait for something. Hang on, hang on, hang on. He says, I'm going to have a check.
Can you rock and roll this for me? Yeah. Satisfied. It's a satisfied. Fair delivery.
This is one of the deliveries that a lot of bowlers will look to master now. Normal batting position, below the hip level, going on to hit the top of the leg stump. So Subodh was dismissed, but an effective 31. Made sure his side getting to a very good score in the end. Great recovery like Raman mentioned.
Countdown. It's time to play the battle of the heavyweights. Super Gillies versus Dindigul Dragons. Saravana Kumar, the first ball. And off the mark straight away, Santosh Shiv. A bit of shape back into the left-handed Santosh Shiv.
They'll have their task cut out. This is a good bowling unit. Dindigul Dragons. I should have been happy with 170 for him to defend. Saravana Kumar, Subodh Bhatti, Ashwin, Varun, Madhivanan. They've got some good bowlers. S. Arun is another medium pacer who Ashwin rates very highly. Varun, he's been so impressive this year. He's given nothing away.
No!
It's time for Jagadisan to step up though. His former team, Dindigul Dragons, but he's been part of the Chepauk Super Gillies now for a couple of seasons. It's important he gets his eye in on this particular surface. It is a good pitch still, Shri.
Definitely a good pitch. And the way Dindigul Dragons started 28 of the first 2 overs, we thought we were going to get a 200 plus. But Chepauk pulled it back.
Down the leg side. Wide the signal. This we've seen a few times with Saravana Kumar trying to bring the ball back into the right-hander. Generally shapes it away. That wrist position, taking it down the leg side.
Probably pushed it in, probably fell away in his action a little bit. He's good when he gets the ball away, and when he uses that scramble seam to jag it back. He's got a couple of bowls in the last few games.
That's exactly what he's looking for. On that length, ball jagging back in to hit the stumps. Jagadish Ranjan Paul sitting padded up. You expect him to walk in next. The Aether Electric batter leaderboard is number 3 on that list.
Is he a natural opener, Ravi, or does he bat middle order? He batted middle order in red ball cricket, I noticed, but I haven't followed him closely enough in white ball cricket.
Bit of low bounce. Carrying one bounce to the keeper. Likes to bat at 3 or 4, even age group cricket, he batted in that number. But in the shortest format, I like him opening the batting. He's not a powerful guy. He likes to use the hard ball. And I don't like him starting against spin. So in case this pair bats on for 4 or 5 overs and then the introduction of spin, especially the Ashwin threat, just have a lot of left-handers in this lineup. Still not yet off the mark, Jagadisan looking for that single.
Yep, Sashidev, another left-hander. Aprajit will be 3. Sanjay Yadav, another left-hander. Bounce nowhere near as it was the last couple of days. The reason behind that is a lot of grass has been taken off. It's 4 mm rolled in, remember, which should have been 6 or 7 mm of grass. But now they've shaved it down to 2.
Again, the low bounce, but a good start for the Dindigul Dragons. It's 2 without loss. And that's why cleans up this Stump's first bowler with an in-swinging Yorker and a nonchalant stare to send him off. Looking to bring the ball back wide this time around. But Pradosh is here because Santosh Shiv completely missed that. The ball shaping back in, high back lift. Got down the bat in time, but in the wrong place. Didn't account for that swing.
Yeah, his head got on the wrong side of the ball, and that's why the bat wasn't in line with the ball. Swung back more than he expected.
It's been a good start from the Dindigul Dragons.
Probably one of the reasons why Santosh Shiv was promoted to open was probably the fact that they wanted to take advantage of the power play, because they know the Ashwin Varun Chakravarti threat through the middle overs. They know Subodh Bhatti can close off an innings at the death.
Nicely tucked away. Pradosh Ranjan Paul is off the mark in style with a Shriram 4.
Yep, you don't have to throw your bat at everything. You can still play good shots and get value. And that's exactly what Pradosh Ranjan Paul has done. Closed bat face, helping. Oh, if you have a closed bat face, you'll be a very good leg side player. Good use of the wrist to keep it down. Lovely shot to get off the mark.
I was having a chat with him, Shri, just before the game. He had a very interesting doubt. Said, I have to look at you closer. Speak about that closed bat face, another one of those. He's recently switched over to playing with the oval-handled bats. And he asked me, have you ever faced it that your bat face turns more with the oval handles than with the round ones? And I said, personally, I always used to prefer batting with the round handles. I didn't like it. It was just a feeling of comfort. But on that replay, I could see that the bat face turned because the bottom hand came off.
I heard him speaking to you. I actually wanted to be privy to that conversation, but I just managed to walk away. But it's a good interest. Again, look at that. The bat face really closing. How much will it hamper his offside play?
Oh, that's wide, and 5 of them. Baba Indrajit had no chance. Crucial runs given away for free.
You have just 5 runs off the bat, but all others in extras. 11 of the over so far. Although he had a great start to the over, he isn't finishing it that well.
Swing and a miss for Jagadisan. Yeah, we're talking about Pradosh Ranjan Paul. Didn't want to give off any information, especially before a game. And I had absolutely no evidence that this was happening. What do you think is the... Do you think the handles are an issue, Shri?
Has he changed it on purpose would be my question. Why did he go to an oval handle in the first place? And did he do that when he had that tremendous run in Ranji Trophy? What was it like at that time would have been my question.
It's an interesting explanation to that. I'll tell you next over. It's 13 for 1. The other games that he's played. So now he says it's very comfortable playing with that. He feels like the bottom hand feels nicer.
Yeah, definitely you get a sort of feeling of where you hold the bat with the bottom hand when you have that oval handle. Sometimes you may be just off the mark with the round handle, but with the oval handle, at least you've got a reference point. But again, I think with the close face, it's very good when you're playing in seaming conditions. You don't edge that many. But if you want to elaborate on your stroke play, be more flamboyant offside player, you've got to have the face a little bit open. And whether a round handle would aid that is probably the answer. If he wants to play in an oval handle in long format cricket, it's very good. But when he goes to say white ball cricket, when he wants to open up the offside, maybe going to a round handle and opening the bat face would not be a bad idea.
You can't see much underneath the grip, but there are a couple of different types of handles, and that's what we're talking about. The bottom part alone is different. The round one, self-explanatory. The oval one generally is slightly more thinner and fits in nicely in your bottom hand. And finally, Jagadisan's off the mark of his 8th delivery.
It's taken him a while. He's yet to come into his elements in this edition of the TNPL. Usually a free-flowing, prodigious run-getter for whichever franchise he's played for. But this year he's found the going tough, especially against left-arm spinners. He's got only one left-arm spinner to face in Madhivanan. Hopefully this is an afternoon he can remember.
Extra bounce this time for the left-hander. Saw a couple going quite low in the previous over, but it's a different part of the pitch for the left-hander. So I'm guessing that's where the extra bounce is coming from.
Yeah, angled across. And that again, the bat face closing. Probably if it had been an open face, it would have just gone over point. You never know. So that's where your difference between white and red ball cricket. In red ball cricket, you would have probably let that go, which is the right thing to do. But in white ball cricket, when you're especially looking to score, you can't let go of width.
Lets it go again. This time the seam movement probably the cause for concern because it shaped away.
All the really good white ball players don't let these opportunities go. Got to get behind the line, open the face, just look to time it between covers and point. It's all about getting into positions early and then caressing the ball. Left-handers generally very strong outside the off stump. The ones with a slightly open face, Saurav Ganguly comes to mind straight away.
Edge gone! This time Fuller trying to flay his arms through the offside, but only manages to get a faint nick, and Baba Indrajit makes no mistake. Smart field placement for Jagadisan. That's his area of strength. A deep point play straight away. Just a single. Smashed it straight into his hands. Expecting a change in field for Baba Aprajit.
Indrajit is setting the field for him, you reckon?
He thinks it's not his area of strength. He's got the fine leg back. Short ball tactics, perhaps?
Block the scoop. I got out to the scoop. I'm not giving him one.
They're twins, but they play in different areas. This one just timed beautifully. It's running away. Great effort. Sarath Kumar, I think the fielder. What an effort. I think that's the substitute fielder in Kishore in place of Aditya Ganesh.
Terrific commitment, terrific athleticism.
Come on!
It's up to this pair now. Jaggi and Aparajit, very experienced. If anybody can pull off this chase from here, it's these two. And that's exactly what the Gillies will be hoping for. And it's time Jagdishan stands up in situations like this. He's too good a player. He's got to stamp his authority. If I can compare him to, say, Sai Sudarshan, I think that's where he's got to raise his game, play more match-winning knocks, and make it count when it really matters.
Wide down the leg side. Can expect that from Arun. Once in a while he darts it down the legs. Jagdishan 2 of 10. I'm sure that's weighing on him. Must be thinking where I'm going to get the next boundary from. But up next, it's the ballsy Trichy who will take on Laika Kovai Kings. Trichy still not yet off the mark. They've come in nice and early. Another single to Jagdishan. Still no boundaries for him. This is the Dragons' plan, I presume, Shri, because before the spinners come on, they picked up 2 wickets. Just sets the game up nicely for them.
Yeah, the asking rate's already 9.18, and when you look to take the likes of Ashwin, that's the play and miss. Everything's been outside the off stump, and look at that closed bat face. It's not helping his cause. And then the expansive drive to one slightly fuller and wider got his man.
Smart from Saravana Kumar. Just showing him that length. Making him drive. Inducing the mistake.
Before we go, I know a couple of left-handers who changed their grip for white and red ball cricket. Can probably talk about it another day. But this one, let go of at least one scoring opportunity there, and that sort of got the pressure mounting. He just threw his bat at it.
No pressure displayed by Aparajit. Nonchalantly hits it away for his first Shriram 4. It's 25 for 2 at the end of 4.
Then required early wickets. Dindigul Dragons, and doing exactly that. They've controlled the second half of the game. Splendid is the only word that can be used. Good evening, W.V. Raman.
It's been really good from the Dragons here. They had to make a recovery. They did that extraordinarily well. And then they had to follow it up some good stuff first up, which they have done as well while they bowled. They picked up 2 wickets. That's hammered away through the offside by Jagdishan. A bit of width on offer, and he was quick to pounce on it. He's taken his time. He's consumed a few deliveries, but that was absolutely brilliant. Shriram 4.
Well, he's the kind of player who can afford to play dot balls because he can play shots like this. He can deal in 4s and 6s, and it's imperative for him to play a long innings. Long innings in terms of time, in terms of runs, to lead the run chase. And saw even in the last over, he played the shot particularly well, but there was a man in the deep, got the single. This was unnecessary. He just got a boundary of the previous ball. This was taking a huge risk. Dream 11, match 11, Chepauk, Super Gillies and Dindigul. Both sides with a lot of potential. Star-studded sides. Plenty of all-rounders. That's one of the reasons why Dindigul were able to recover Aditya Ganesh, and then you saw Sharat Kumar doing exceptionally well. Subodh Bhati, outstanding. Airborne. It's a boom boom. Boomer. Super 6.
Saravana needs to realize that he's got to be smart here. He's looking to really be aggressive, but you got to also exhibit a little bit of common sense. You're aware that Jagdishan is waiting for you to bang it in short, and that's exactly what he's done there, providing the opportunity for Jagdishan to play big shots.
I think he is preempting. Even after the short ball boundary 4 that we saw, he looked to step out. And after the short ball 6, he stepped out again in the anticipation that the bowler will make the correction in length and bowling full.
Yeah, if you try and bowl a couple of dot balls, Jagdishan will try to be funky. Therein lies the chance of picking up his wicket. And if he can get his wicket now, a lot of pressure will be on the Super Gillies.
Desperately need a partnership, but they're looking to play the shots. 36 for 2. The fielders short fine leg, short square leg right on top of the circle just to make sure they don't give boundaries. They're quite happy to give the singles away. Beautiful use of the feet. He was in total control. Aprajit. And makes terrific connection to get a boom boom boomer. Super 6.
He waited until the ball was released, and that's the reason he was able to garner the maximum leverage out of that shot. Twinkle Toad went out and got close to the ball in a flash, and the bat flow was brilliant.
So I keep repeating, telling most of the bowlers, when you toss up wider of the batsman. Because when you flight it or toss it up stump to stump, it's much easier for the batsman to step out and hit it. So when you toss it up and bowl stump to stump, the batsman is already in line with the ball. So when he steps out, he doesn't have to do anything in terms of getting across. He gets beside the ball and a wonderful flow of the bat.
Oh, so much effort LS for a 6. Stepping out and full flow of the bat.
Not too many people can hit from the crease, Mr. Raman. They need a bit of effort. Very, very few batsmen I've seen in my career hitting big sixes from where they're standing. Jagdishan has been out to left arm spinners right through the season. Just simple stump to stump line on a good length has done the damage. This was a rank long hop and it's gone the distance. Very expensive over. 15 of the final over of the power play also brings up the 50. 51 for 2 for Chepauk Super Gillies.
The next one pulled over mid-wicket.
Now this 4 overs, everyone knows is going to be crucial. How they're going to tackle Ashwin.
He's just predetermined shots and trying to be cute.
Just a similar length delivery, similar line, and he played 3 different shots to get himself out.
That's exactly what I mean. He's such a talented player. He cannot get ahead of himself. He's got to pipe down a little bit. And think about the fact that every time you walk out to bat, it's a fresh innings and cannot be living in the past. These are his dismissals once again for you. Like Ellis rightly pointed out, nothing different with the deliveries, only his shots have been different. And this one is a good one. Width was an offer, he nicely guided it into the gap. Look at the talent and the ability he has. Opening the face of the bat in the last minute is not the easiest of things.
Everyone thinks there's pressure only on the batsman. There's always pressure on a quality bowler as well. Ashwin is a high quality bowler. Provides the pace, a little bit of width. Bowlers are not machines. They can't bowl 6 dot balls. They're bound to make a mistake. Just pounce on that.
He started bowling quicker through there. He'll slowly slow it down now, Ashwin.
Might have been the carom ball. Is he going to review it? No, he's not going to review it. 57 for 2. Deep square leg. Does well to pull it back, actually. Subodh Bhati, the fielder. Why was he not on the boundary line? Was he a little lazy to go back on the boundary line?
That ball got bigger on Aparajit. He does well. It's just that he was not looking at the ball. He was intending to ensure it doesn't go over the rope. I don't think he was genuinely making an effort to catch the ball.
A few meters inside the boundary line. Now if you take a look at him, he's on the boundary line. If he was there before the last delivery was bowled, it would have been a sitter. You would have had to run in a couple of paces and pouch it. Probably didn't get into position. Probably the umpire checking with the TB umpire. Let's take a look at where Subodh Bhati was. He just wanted to make sure that he pulled the ball back in. Extra bit of bounce from Varun Chakravarti. I think the LED lights on the side screen has to go off. The ever reliable medical partners, Kaveri Hospital, this time from Trichy. Been associated with the Tamil Nadu Premier League for a long, long time. 24/7. There's medical attention for everybody. The bowling partnership and the batting partnership is going to be quite fascinating. If there's a good battle on hands, we have a good game on our hands. We've seen in various T20 formats, Ram, the googlies have not been picked by the batsmen. Not too many of them are picking the googlies. Varun Chakravarti here. Anthony Das, second victim. This one, the left-hander. Again, another googly.
Then the big question is, why don't they play him like an off-spinner? Because he doesn't really get the ball to deviate the other way around off the surface. If at all he gets deviation, they all come back into the right-hander. You're better off playing him like you normally play an off-spinner, won't you think?
Yeah, I would think so. Another thing is, you batted against a lot of quality leg spinners. The wrist, it's from the back of the palm. So hence it has a slightly higher trajectory release. If you don't see the back of the palm, then it's your mistake. And because you release from the back of the palm, there is a slightly higher trajectory release to it. And because of that, there'll be extra bit of bounce. So if you've not seen the release, not seen the back of the palm, see the release. See the ball in the air. You cannot bowl a googly with an upright seam. It will be the scramble seam most times. I still don't know. It remains a mystery why people don't pick googly. 61 for 2.
Cut away nicely. A Shriram 4 to Jagadisan. That's a good start for him. They say hello to Shabani.
Gets into great positions, cuts strongly. That ball racing away. Third man was in position and quite square as well, but that ball just raced away. And hello, Abhi.
Cut again, but the fielder is in position this time around. Bit of width on offer from Subodh. 50 partnership between these two. 50 of 33, powered by Sonata. Quite even contributions, 23 and 26. The two most experienced batters of the Super Gillies lineup coming good. Shot pulled away will just be the single. Shabani was just wandering around the ground in the last 4 overs, just looking at the area to the left of us, and there was a bit of cloud gathering. There is forecast for rain, and it's just to the right. That's where it doesn't look quite good. Bit of a misfield, but no harm, just a single. As a batter, you constantly keep an eye out on that DLS par score. The Duckworth-Lewis is so important in terms of keeping up with the required rate, and till the last over, they were on par.
And also, wickets make a difference. Every time you lose a wicket, the number of runs to be on par increases.
They're 1 run ahead at this moment. You always have to be ahead, not make the elementary mistake, which a few teams, quite prominent ones, have done in the past. It's always good to remain ahead of that score, because that means you're on par with the required rate as well. So they sneak in a single. A little bit of a misfield from Bhati. And Aprajit gets a single. Good over for them. 8 runs coming off it. 69 for 2. Cut away firmly, but straight to Shivam Singh at point. The Trichy team were here earlier, and the Laika Kowe Kings have followed suit. They're scheduled to play the second game of this evening. Looking to go big. Mistimes it, just a single. Happy with the singles at the moment, the Chepauk Super Gillies. Yeah, a bit of cloud gathering from that end. We've had some drizzle, probably nothing to harm the context or the result of any game so far. You always have to be aware. It's a competition. both on the field and off it. Dream 11 commentators leaderboard. Slip down to third.
I can't believe it myself. I'm up to number 6. I think I was somewhere down at the bottom, 10 or 11.
That's it.
Oh, that one goes down. A reflex catch that would have been firmly struck. But he was actually in a good position to take that.
He's a very good fielder, Mathivanan. Got into a good position, but didn't manage to hold on to it. Again, trying to go big, but just the single. A good over from Mathivanan. 4 coming off it. At the halfway stage, it's 73 for 2.
Commentators, just 5-6 points difference.
R. Ashwin comes back into the attack for his second over. Starts off with a wide. Carom ball edged, but goes very fine. No slip in place for Ashwin. And Jagadisan picks up his 4th, Shriram 4.
Very well bowled, this one. Straightened just enough. But played it late enough, Jagadisan, for that to run away, albeit an edge.
Carom ball again. Usually uses this to the right-handed batters more often than not. 68 for 5 at the same stage, 79 for 2. The Super Gillies well on track for the score of 171. That's the target.
Dindigul Dragons, their second half of the innings much better than their first. Big shot there, taking on Ashwin. That's a boom, boom, boomer, Super 6.
He's been threatening to go big. Even in the previous over, he tried to hit a couple of sixes of Mathivanan, and this time shot hanging back. That front foot giving way and smashing him over cow corner for a 72-meter sixer. A bit of turn and bounce, possibly slightly slower through the air from the previous delivery.
Well watched here by Aparajit. He's not committing. He's picking the right deliveries to go after.
Again, timed away nicely. A bit short, a bit flat, R. Ashwin. .13 coming off this over. A lucky boundary for Jagadisan. A top shot from Aparajit for a sixer. Final ball. Fuller. The fielder is placed to perfection. Just a single and will keep strike, Jagadisan. It's 87 for 2.
Wicket today.
Big appeal. The umpire's decision was lightning, but so was Jagadisan in picking up the Lakshmi Ceramics DRS. Who's right? We'll ask the third umpire.
TV umpire to director, we have a player review for LBW. Given out on the field, it's a fair delivery. Shall we start with front on spin vision, please? Okay, ball seems to be passing close to the bat. Shall we confirm this with Ultra Edge, please?
You're building it. Very fine. Take.
Copied, waiting for Ultra Edge. Roll it, roll it. Roll forward. Roll forward. Can you go back? Forward, forward, please. Frame by frame. Can you please play frame by frame? Next frame. Next. Next frame. Gap between bat and ball. Next frame. Next frame. Next frame. Next frame. You roll it through the pads. Satisfied, flat line, no bat involved. Shall go for ball tracking when ready, please. Pitching outside off, impact in line, wickets hitting. Rafi, you can stay with your original decision of out. I'll let you know when you're on screen. You're on screen.
A good decision by umpire Mohammad Rafi. And the skipper of the Super Gillies has to walk back. A crucial breakthrough. Jagadisan goes for 37 of 36, 87 for 3. Googly to begin first ball. Last game got dismissed of the medium pacer Shabani. I could just hear Inder pleading with his captain to bring back Saravana Kumar the next over. Because Ashwin will fancy himself against the left-handed Sanjay Yadav, so it is a decision that he needs to make. Does he continue bowling from this end, or is it Saravana Kumar?
Nicely bowled there from Varun Chakravarti, keeping the batters guessing. But to Sanjay Yadav in the previous game, they persisted with pace, putting the pressure on. We know he's good against spin, known for his big hits.
The air is on the shorter side. Upper loves going back and hitting it. Right now he's bowling it quite full. Dream 11 fantasy players. First 4 are the Super Gillies. Most points this match thus far. The end of 10 overs.
Maybe when Subodh Bhatti comes back for a second spell, if he picks up some wickets, he might ride up that points table. That ball keeping low. Almost 100 Ks there.
Yeah, just keeping low. That one was the googly. The phenomenal over so far. Ends well. Just 3 runs off it and a wicket. It's 90 for 3.
But remember the fierce hitting of Subodh Bhatti towards the end. I think they lost the important wicket to Jagadisan, looking to be over-ambitious against the best bowler in the team, who's been amongst the wickets, Varun Chakravarti. Sanjay Yadav has got the potential to play some big shots. Aprijit has been quite sensible in his approach so far, but it's going to be a tight finish. Raman?
Yes, especially when you consider the fact that Ashwin has been taken off for a few runs. The pressure is definitely on the Dragons here. It's been a good chase from the Super Gillies. 4-time champions, they know how to go about their chases. And Aparajit is a very experienced campaigner.
There he goes. It's a boom boom. Boomer. Boomer 6. So very important to keep going on.
Carom ball from Ashwin, but Aparajit spots it quickly enough and hikes it over mid-wicket. He's under the hammer, is Ashwin.
Good cricket this from Aprijit. The required rate is 9.95. He's got a 6, then he needs 4 singles in the over. Off the field at the moment, but he can be useful with the ball later on in the innings. But this game is a different game altogether when it's under pressure.
It had to be directed for it to be anywhere close to affecting a dismissal. Despite this innings being going at a good clip, they still need close to 10 runs here, the Super Gillies. It might have been a nip and tuck case if it was a direct hit. And Ashwin failed to collect the ball too.
When we look at run rate required, most of the time the run rate required, we all see that the perspective from the batsman's side, but it's also the bowler. One bad ball in an over can be an expensive over. Wide. And there goes the extra ball. He wants to bowl outside Austin because upper has hit him for a couple of boom boom boomers on the leg side. Sensible now. It's a good over as well. 11 runs off Ashwin's over. 101 for 3.
Yeah.
Flat batted. Got to be a little bit more cautious against somebody who's bowling better. If he's the better bowler on this day, try and eliminate too many risks against Varun Chakravarti. Because he bowls a length where you can't step out. At least Ashwin gives a little bit of time in the air. He bowls flatter and a length where you can't step out. The trajectory is such. He's miscued this one. Too early in the innings. Ashwin has taken a wonderful catch. There's a Sharon fly. Power catch of the match could well have changed the match around. Normally bowls googly to a new batter. Ashwin's a tall man, so he's got long strides and he does well to get close to the ball. Then the long reach, and look at how big the hands are. Those bucket hands. Those bucket hands paused it safely, and he did not panic. Normally when you panic, you get those hard hands. He had these soft hands. Because of the experience, he did not panic. Excellent work.
He is not the quickest on the field, but he's got the safest pair of hands. And he's definitely provided the spark that his side needed now. The partnership was really going well. Of course, Aparajit is still there. And he's going to be the one between the Dragons and victory here.
It's been a brilliant over. 3 runs and a wicket. Important wicket. The spark that they needed. You can also get a spark and thrill with this bike, the Aether Electric. Lovely colors, fascinating bike. The 450X will give you joy when you ride it. Not getting anywhere. Brilliant over from Varun Chakravarti. 104 for 4 after 14. Attempted Yorker, good attempt at extra cover. But it'll be a Shriram 4. Fluently driven by Aparajit.
He's a good offside player, is Aparajit. He had to reach out and then get the placement right. It was in the air, but those are not easy to take. And he finds the boundary too. Subodh Bhati played a good hand while he batted. Now he's got another opportunity to make a big impact here.
Fantastic effort. Another half century against his name. The Baba brothers, we had an interview with them between the innings. And Baba Aparajit getting his 50 in real quick time. We talk about the skills. He's also, the father will be a proud man. Of just 30 deliveries at an excellent strike rate. More sixes than boundaries.
It's been a very good innings from him. He's played some lovely shots. He's taken control of the innings. And the long off is going to mid-off, which is the captain himself. And then the sweeper is being pushed back. Third man is pushed back. Third, beg your pardon.
Harish Kumar, the man on strike, gets away because of the lack of timing. This is where you've got to compliment, read the situation, compliment your partner. It's Aprijit who's doing the bulk of the scoring. He's the man who's striking it well. You knew at the crease, get yourself in.
I might be harping on the same thing, but it is important for players to realize if you have been sent out to play a support role, do that. Don't try to become a hero. That's exactly what Harish Kumar needs to do now. Play the supporting role for the time being. Yes, we all know he can be a big hitter, but there is a time for him to do that. The time is not yet come.
So what Harish needs to do is try and pick up the singles and get into another partnership where you're going at over a runner ball. Take the pressure to the opposition bowlers. Fan craze, fan box. Scan to get rupees 4,000. Welcome rewards and match tickets on fancraze.com. That's much better. Also ending 114 for 4.
Ashwin starting his last over.
Premeditating for a shot on the offside. Leading edge. Go through for the single. Again, he was looking to clear the field on the leg side. Maybe he got in this shot a little too early. Red ones are the sixes. You can see he's wavered down the ground on the leg side. 4 sixes and 2 fours, 2 blue lines. He's sending shockwaves to everybody. Harish Kumar.
I'm surprised looking at the wagon wheel of Aprijit. He's a very good player through the offside, but he's preferred to play a lot more attacking shots all through the leg side.
Okay.
The required rate, little over 12. But he'll still make up that with one big over. Varun Chakravarti has just got 1 over to go. So there are 3 overs out of which you need 1 very big over. Five balls, 5 singles. Ashwin will look to finish it off with a quicker delivery.
No numbers on the wicket column for Ashwin as yet. And he will finish this spell without a wicket. 120 for 4, the Super Gillies.
Starts off with a well-executed Yorker. Very well poised here, Shri.
Yep, this was the time when Subodh Bhatti came into bat and got that 31 of 13 balls. You need someone to do that. Harish Kumar and Aprijit needs to carry on. So well executed Yorker. Subodh Bhatti has 2 overs, Varun has 1. So that will be 3 out of the 4, and then you've got that 1 over, which I suspect Ashwin will keep till the last. So he will make sure Subodh Bhatti bowls the 17th and the 19th, and Varun Chakravarti bowls the 18th.
Attempted Yorker, full toss, couldn't get it away.
Yeah, they need boundaries for sure. 13.36. Where are those boundaries coming from? The field is set. The leg side is a shorter boundary, remember. He's got a deep mid wicket, he's got a long on. The square leg is inside the circle, the fine leg is back. Third man and point inside the circle. So Subodh Bhatti will bowl a mixture of Yorkers and slower balls. Nothing wide, I suspect. Probably attempt the odd short ball as well.
Big shot there. Clears the boundary with ease for a boom, boom, boomer. Super 6.
Yeah, missed his Yorker. Missed his Yorker. Terrific batting. When he misses, you've got to hit it. Aparajit's playing a blinder here. 61 of 36. A strike rate of 170. They need more. They need more. This is really good batting. Pressure on Subodh Bhatti. 8 off the first 3 balls. Watch his fallback. I suspect it'll be slower balls.
It's been a brilliant innings from Baba Aparajit. It hasn't looked like he's been going at such a high strike rate, but just classical shots, getting into beautiful balanced positions. And he's hit more 6s than 4s.
Yeah, what's been impressive about his batting is whenever the Gillies needed a boundary, he's found one. Be it a 6 or 4. 5th 6 for him.
Looking to do that again, but goes down to fine leg.
Yeah, his go-to's always been the slower ball, and that's what he's gone to. There was no surprise. This time Aparajit could not get his swing. The captain and coach sitting together. Few anxious moments. Very important game from Chepauk Super Gillies' point of view. They lost the last one, remember. They need to win one to get back on track. Otherwise, it's a mountain to climb. 7 games, a short tournament.
Is that a chance? It's Ashwin again at long off. The big hitting Harish Kumar holds out. Very good ball first up. A single to Sasidev to end the 17th. 130 for 5. Chepauk Super Gillies.
A few lusty blows could get them, but the next 2 overs are very vital.
You need to get within striking distance. You can't leave too much for the last over either.
That's why I said realistically 20 of the next 2. Varun always gets that bounce. 3 fielders inside. He went for that uppercut. Thankfully, his feet are still grounded.
It's a Lakshmi Ceramics umpire review for stumping.
Okay.
Shall we start
Ready
with
all black take?
front on spin mission, please? Rakun. Okay, it seems ball passing very close to the bat. Confirm with ultra edge, please. Okay, gap between bat and ball. Can you please go back? Go back a couple of frames. Okay, roll forward. Clear gap between bat and ball. Satisfied, no bat involved. Shall we go for the stumping, please? Satisfied, the board is clearly grounded within the popping crease. I am ready with my decision for the big screen.
Confirmation there, not out. But more importantly, a dot ball.
Lovely.
Dancing down the track. Not able to get a good hold of the ball here, Sasidev.
Yeah, it isn't easy. He's just come in. It's his 3rd ball. He's expected to go straight away. Asking rate of 15 now. It's not an easy task.
The Dream 11 fantasy players. Most points in this game. Baba Aparajit right on top with his 50. Rahul Shah, Subodh Bhatti can still climb up the ladder. Still has an over to go. Varun Chakravarti Can he maybe pick up some wickets in these 4 balls that he's going to bowl now?
Be game changing if he picks up Baba Aparajit. It's a good battle here. Aparajit's got to go. Can't hang in. He's got to find a boundary from somewhere.
And there he goes, nice and high. Is the fielder getting under it? Clears him, teasing that fielder for a boom boom boomer. Super 6.
Again, whenever his team needs it, he's got it. Baba Aparajit, another good shot. Varun misses his length a little bit. Tried to cramp his swing, but Baba Aparajit somehow got underneath the ball. It was a long side boundary, remember. He's just managed to clear the fence. Terrific blow again. 7 of the first 3. 34 required of 15. Still very much in the game. It's going down to the wire here.
Another big one, goes straight this time, straight as an arrow into the dugout. For another boom boom boomer, Super 6.
Terrific shot again, back-to-back 6s. Varun again, leg spin, misses his mark, was in the slot. Terrific strike, flat batted straight down the ground. Experienced Varun Chakravarti bowled some very good overs in the death overs in the IPL. But Aparajit is taking him on. This is a master innings, 74 of 39. 28 required now, 14.
A catch here, and it's taken. Going for another big one, but Varun Chakravarti gets his man. A little bit of extra bounce. A leg by to end the 18th, 144 for 6. Goes straight, mistimed. Can they come back for 2? They're looking for it. They get back quite easily there. But the Pacers in the power play have also done quite well for the Dindigul Dragons, keeping the run rate down.
They got the early wickets, and how important was his innings from Subodh Bhatti, 31 of 13. That's probably the difference in the game. They still require 25 of 11. They're not out of it, but that 31 really changed what could have been a 160 or a 150 to 170. And that's where I think Chepauk Super Gillies will rue themselves if this game doesn't go their way. Rohit can strike a ball. I would like Sashidev on strike at this point of time, though.
Nicely executed there again by Subodh Bhatti. He's been excellent with his Yorkers, bowling in the death. He's a big reason that Dindigul Dragons have only conceded 6 runs and over in the death so far in this tournament, isn't it?
Fair point. And before this, they haven't batted in the death overs at all. And this is the first time they batted, and they got 58 of the last 5.
Mighty impressive. So whether it's bowling death or batting death, looks like he wants Subodh Bhatti out there.
They bank on his power hitting abilities with the bat and his execution at the end. Sashidev, can he hit a long ball? Again, the field is set for a slower ball or a Yorker. Leg side is the big boundary for him. Can he find a biggie from somewhere? He needs it.
Moves right across. Just short of the fielder at square leg. Scamper across for a single. Very good attempt there by Varun Chakravarti. That ball was traveling at pace. Hope he's okay.
He looks in a bit of trouble.
Subodh Bhatti to Rohit. Edges that. Runs away to the boundary. A Shriram 4. And that brings up the 150 for Chepauk Super Gillies.
Yes, 19 in 8 balls. Every boundary takes them closer. 2 more balls in this over. It was sliced away. The point was inside the circle. 2 more balls in the over. Can he get 2 boundaries or at least 1? Then it'll make for a very interesting finish if they require anywhere less than 15 in the last over. Remember, the last over has to be bowled either by Saravana Kumar or S. Arun. Madhivanan's got 2, but I doubt Ashwin will go to him. So there is an opportunity if they can find a boundary in the next couple of balls.
Wincing in pain there, Varun Chakravarti. Another Yorker, this one well executed. But a game of not even inches, but centimeters, isn't it, Tree? The previous ball, going for that Yorker, missed it by just a little. Went off the edge for a boundary. Oh, he's in a sling. Kaveri Hospitals, our medical partners, they are there to help anyone who needs medical support.
He's had shoulder trouble before, and this one seems to be his left shoulder. I really hope he's okay for both his sake and Dindigul Dragons' sake. Such an important member of their team. You don't want him to miss out. Very important ball.
Goes high, sweeper cover getting under it. A valiant effort, times the jump, but just pushes it over for a boom, boom, boomer, super 6. 19 overs gone, 159 on the board. A 15-run over with that 6. A big shot, deep point, can he get around? Doesn't get a hand on that one, but the batter is still running.
He's probably started the over with a boundary. Terrific shot from Rohit Ramalingam. Saravana Kumar, length ball, got it over extra cover, valiant effort again. Madhivanan couldn't get his hands to it. Boundary to start the over, terrific, 8 of 5. They almost have the game under control now, CSG. Can they finish it off? Do they have a calm head? Or does Saravana Kumar have something special?
This match hanging in the balance. It's been going back and forth, a seesaw. It was with Dindigul Dragons, and then Chepauk Super Gillies clawed their way back in the first innings. And Dindigul Dragons took it away towards the end in the death. But now it's just gone back and forth.
Yeah, it's been a terrific game. I think Aparajit's innings stands out there. Whenever the team needed the boundary, he got it. He took on Ashwin, hit him for 2 massive 6s. He hit Varun for back-to-back 6s. A lot of credit to Aparajit. But the game is still not over. Rohit needs to find 8 runs in 5 balls. Sashidev is his partner. They need to run well. They need to find a boundary. Fine leg comes in. Third man comes in. It's been lots of discussion. Long off goes back. Square leg goes back. What's it going to be? Can't be a short ball for sure. It's either got to be a Yorker or a slower ball. Offside is the short boundary.
Whatever it is, Dragons need a dot ball. Is it a catch? It is! It is a catch! Subodh Bhatti, the man again. Whether it's with the bat, with the ball, or in the field, he is everywhere.
Boundary from somewhere. All he needs is a 4.
Big swing, outside edge. And it's a boundary. You asked for it, you got it.
Yes, he does find a boundary from somewhere, even if it's off the outside edge. I told you he's got to fight about it. He's not going to give up. A mighty swing, but he swung hard enough that the ball's got the outside edge and gone for 4. 4 required now in 3 balls. Ashwin looks a little flabbergasted.
Saravana Kumar went with the pace on delivery, and the third man with inside the circle now pushed back. Field placements really matter at this point.
Ashwin doesn't want to give a single. He doesn't want to get Sashidev on strike. He wants to squeeze a dot.
Goes big. Looking for two. No, Sasidev wants to keep the strike. Good work there on the boundary.
Rightly so. Sasidev is the man now. He's got to take CSG home. 3 of 2 balls. You should back Sasidev to get this. Just keep a calm head. Watch the ball. Hit your areas. Don't preempt. Hemang Badani animated. Asking him to run. Can't control anything from outside the boundary. I know how it is as a coach.
That's the pressure. Pressure of this close game. What a brilliant match it's been thus far. Still 2 balls to go.
We saw one nerve-biting game with Nellai and Kovai. This is another one. Really 2 good teams. CSG 5-time champions. They know what it is to win. And Ravichandran Ashwin is a champion himself.
Brilliantly bowled here. Going for that by Lakshmi Ceramics. Umpire review, but looks out.
TV umpire to director. We have an umpire review for
kept his cool. He had to hit the stump.
Striker's end.
And he
We'll
does.
start with the first angle for the run out, please.
Had the awareness to take his glove
One
off.
at the final angle.
A desperate
Thank
dive
you.
from Lokesh Raj,
Satisfied.
but doesn't make it.
Batter is well outside the crease when the wickets are
Lokesh
put
Raj
down.
goes now.
The third umpire is talking.
It's 3 of 1 ball.
I am ready with my decision for the big screen.
Well short of his crease there. And he pulls out of it. It's going to be a Yorker outside off stump. Goes up. Fielder getting there. Just one Indrajit finishes it off. What a finish. What a finish and presence of mind from Dindigul Dragons. Dindigul win by 1 run.
Dindigul stay undefeated in this edition of the TNPL. They've managed to hold their nerve. Saravana Kumar needed to defend 13 and he's done that. Sasidev wasn't on strike for the last ball. You will rue that. Rahil Shah had to run the second run. He did try but could not. Good change to get the third man in fine. And that was what cost that run out. Terrific win here. Chepauk Super Gillies slumped to their 2nd consecutive defeat. They've got to pull their socks up. Well done Indrajit, well done everyone. Well done to Saravana Kumar for holding his nerve. Varun comes out to congratulate his teammates. Hope he's okay. Well done to Ravi Ashwin for the way he's led the side. Team batting first win.